Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Anime Over Analyst here, and today I just wanted to briefly talk about the Promised Neverland, pretty much just up to where I'm at in the manga. So, if you've been following my channel at all, I've been posting reviews. I've been posting manga reviews, and I've been doing this. It's actually kind of the first video series that I've been doing. And at first, I was really excited on doing it. I was reading The Promised Neverland, and I actually started basing my channel around it because I thought it would be really fun to just kind of post my reactions to the manga, and the new season was coming out, and I was super hyped for it. So I was thinking that, every week I'll post what I've been reading, and yeah. So, the reason why I'm making this video is because I am super far behind on my reaction videos and my just kind of like up. It's not really analysis per se. It's just kind of like my opinions on the manga a little bit. It's a review, but it's not quite a review. It's kind of like a mixture between review and reaction as I'm reading the manga. Well, I'm at the point where I'm just kind of tired of trying to catch up to where I'm at reading wise. There is so much that goes on in the manga, and there I could make entire videos just off of 10 chapters. As you saw, my Goldie Pond reaction took 3 videos, and I wasn't expecting that. Granted, the third video wasn't nearly as long as I had expected it to be, but still, like I didn't expect to be putting in so much work into those reaction videos. And I think that's kind of what it boils down to is I wouldn't mind doing that much work if the videos got watched, but they're not really watched. And I can understand that. You know, I'm just some guy on the internet and I'm just starting out. And that's fine. On my first update video, I was talking about how I just make videos that I want to make. And so, if I don't want to make a Promise Neverland video anymore, then I probably won't. That being said, I love the series to death, even with its terrible season 2. I just love the characters, especially in the manga. And it kind of frustrates me that I can't, A, find the time or the energy to make a review, and then B, not be able to talk about it with anybody. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this video kind of like the catch up video where I'm just going to catch up to where I'm at. I'm going to put the chapters in the title. I don't even remember off the top of my head what the chapters are. Um, but basically, what I'm going to do is, yeah, just encompass. I'm going to just kind of talk briefly about my feelings about the manga because it's at the point where the manga and the anime are starting to overlap again, even though that's pretty bad. The anime should not be at this point, but I feel like the things that are going on in the anime are they're showing the negative reasons that I'm finding in the manga, and they're just kind of exemplifying it. So, for why don't I talk about, for instance, the character Norman? I think I talked about him a little bit in one of my previous reactions, but I don't like what they did with his character right here. I really do not. I feel like in the manga, they turned what was the stable person, the person who had his feelings under control, who made rational decisions, who weren't idealistic at all, but they were down to earth. They were idealistic enough to not be uh negative. Ray was the negative person of the three. He was always the one that was super ultra realistic. And then we had Emma, who was always the idealist, and they would, kind of back and forth with each other. And Norman was always the kind of glue that kept them somewhere in the middle. In the manga, Norman became more of an idealist, I suppose. He became more of this person that wasn't who he truly was. And that started to bug me a little bit when I first started reading this. At first, I was like, this doesn't seem like Norman's character, but I wasn't sure what it was, and it really did take me some thinking to really kind of pinpoint it out. How, he's just not what he's used to be. And even Emma kind of points it out, so I give props to that. Um, so that's just kind of my irk with the character. Like, for example, he wants to capture and kill Mujika and Sonju. That doesn't make sense. That really doesn't. In the Norman in the anime, or sorry, the Norman in the first season when they're in Grace Field, he would have been on Emma's side. He would have been all about saving everyone because that's just the kind-hearted person that he is. So I can understand him becoming a little hateful because he was experimented on, except in those sections where it was showing where he was being experimented on, it didn't show any hate at all when he was talking. It was more of him trying to just survive, trying to find a place to escape. I didn't see any hate. That being said, I can understand why he'd have hate, but it, it just feels too sharp of a turn. And so that's really disappointing for me. Um, I guess the next thing that I want to talk about is the cool little arc that they showed where Ray and Emma went into this weird world in order to forge the new promise. I actually really enjoyed that mini arc. It kind of took place at a very serious time where Norman was about to start his whole rampage, and at the same time, Gilda and Dawn are out trying to save Mujika and Sonju. So they're Emma and Ray are out, trying to form this promise, and it becomes this timeless world almost where you see how Emma and Norman age and just how this world, this new wacky world where every door they go through, they're in a whole new landscape. It was just so fascinating. And I love how how Ray failed because he wasn't idealistic enough. That was kind of the test was basically who could be idealistic and Ray it's just too grounded on to earth, which is fine. I like that. I really do. That sticks with this character, and it just shows how awesome Emma is. Like that whole section with trying to reinforce the promise is so fantastic, and I'm really kind of excited to see where that leads. I'm excited to see if Emma can finally save the rest of the demons with Sonju and Mujika. I like them showing the dynamic of not all demons are evil. Not all humans are good and that type of stuff. Like I'd like that. I know the trope is played a lot. It really is. Kind of got that Tokyo Ghoul vibe, I suppose. I've seen a lot of connections between the Tokyo Ghoul and Promise Neverland, justifiably so. I haven't fully read the Tokyo Ghoul manga. I've read like the first season's worth, but I haven't finished it. Anyways, basically, what I'm trying to say is that the manga does have its pros and it does have its cons, and it's definitely not as good as the Goldie Pond arc. I can tell, and I can understand why some fans wanted to change it up, and I can kind of see why the anime might want to take an original, um, way, an original path. Although at this point, I'm not too sure, and I'm kind of just watching the train wreck for what it is. Um, So yeah, I think this is going to end my review for this latest. It's not even the latest. It's just kind of my random thoughts of the anime and just where I'm at with the manga. So um, I'm hoping that my next video on Promised Neverland will be one where I'm actually much more enjoyed with it, because I have gotten back to it. The thing is that I haven't touched the manga in at least a month because that's how far behind I am, and I miss it. I really do. I really do miss it. So that's why I'm making this video. That's why I'm skipping past a lot of stuff that, you as a viewer who may have been wanting me to talk about, I may have just only barely glossed over. And that's just mainly because I just wanted to say what's really on my mind, and I didn't want to do all the editing like I have done in those other videos because those just take up a lot of time. Some of those videos take me an entire day to edit, trying to piece together to make it look good. And I'm a busy person, I'm dealing with in real life issues. So I don't have the time or the energy to doing do all those edits. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make this. I'm going to make this whatever the chapters are, and if you don't like it, that's fine. That's fair criticism, I've always taken fair criticisms on my channel. But I'm hoping that, uh, like I said, I'm hoping that the next review will have more energy because that'll be a review where I'm caught up. That'll be a review where I can really put out my emotions on there. So that's going to be it for this video. I'm sorry that I rambled on quite a lot, but it's just something that I really, really wanted to talk about. And it's been a topic that I've been kind of avoiding for quite some time. So, yeah, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching any of my series, just in general. Like, thank you so much. It means so much to me that somebody actually looks at what I've got to say. Anyways, I've been the Anime Over Analyst, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.